what you need to understand about science, I mean, about your brain, is that your brain is made up of two different parts. Your brain is made up of the very analytical side, and your brain is also made up of the very creative, and it
Yes.
tends to be more the side that is your emotion as well as that subconscious, right? So when you ask why, your brain's going to immediately, any question you ever give your brain, it's going to immediately try to answer, okay? That's the beautiful thing about questions. And what you'll learn with successful people is they just ask better questions than you do. Plain and simple. That's why they're successful. So when you ask why, your brain will give you an immediate left brain answer. Well, I'm supposed to do this. So let's take my past. I'm supposed to do this because I want to help people and I want to make a lot of money. Okay. Love that. Why do you want to help people? And then you go a little bit deeper. By about the third answer, you've left your left brain and now you're moving over into your right brain. And you're starting to dive even deeper. This is a great sales tactic as well. If you ask somebody if you ask them why 3 different times, you're going to find that by the third, fourth, even if you can get to 7 whys, that's their real reason for why they want to do it.
Just why?
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. And recap, not saying it like a kid, because
That was just,
I'll slap a kid
course.
any day of the week if they did that to me. But recapping, and this is even doing it with yourself, right? So you're in university, you're like, I'm not passionate about this. Do I need to find the passion or do I need to drop out? Well, why am I doing this degree? Well, I'm doing this degree because my parents told me to. Well, why am I trying to do what my parents told me? Well, I've never felt supported by my parents. I feel like I've always been trying to make them be proud. I got that. So why am I trying to make them be proud? Because truthfully, I'm not proud of myself, and I haven't ever been able to prove to myself that I can consistently do anything. Why haven't you been able to prove to yourself? Well, I've had an underlining issue of I'm unworthy, I'm not good enough. You see how far down I'm now starting to get?
Yeah. And you're only 4 in.
Yeah, that's right. And when you start to now ask yourself those questions, you'll begin to feel the tingles. You'll begin to feel the emotions. In some cases, I've done this with some of my clients. I've done this with just some of my peers where it's just like, go 6 levels of why. And by the 6th or 7th, you're starting to cry because you're getting down to your real, true emotional reason for being there. If you get from the top down to the bottom, and at the bottom, it's like, I want to be a doctor because, and you have enough reason why, guess what you now get to hold on to? You get to now hold on to that. So when the going gets tough, when you flunked out of university, when you got kicked out of a country, when you're sent back to the island that you never wanted to live on again, when you're separated from your fiance at the time, when you're moving back into your parents, if your why is really truthfully to be a doctor and you can pull on all the reasons why, then it will power you through all of that obstacle. But if it's not there, if that wasn't the real reason why I wanted to be a doctor was because I wanted to try to help as many people as possible. That's the real reason why. So now you ask yourself, well, is being a doctor the only way to help a large scale of people? And if your brain wants to automatically say, well, yes, it is, then I want you to play devil's advocate. And I want you to try to find as many possible people that go against what you said. So, was Mother Teresa a doctor? Was Barack Obama?
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, Tony Robbins. Was he a doctor? Was Barack Obama? And I want you to go down a list of people that you can find that were not what you're trying to say is the only way to do it. i.e., I'll give you one of my limiting beliefs that I had to get over, that I heard from a young kid's life, right? Remember, I'm an international New York Times bestselling author. But authors don't make money until they're dead. Well, let me think about that. Is that correct? Or is that a belief that I've allowed to be imposed on me and I've just accepted it? Well, let me think about it. Holy crap, Harry Potter. Wow, that's the first billionaire to ever be an author and be a billionaire. J.K. Rowling did it. Okay, well, what What about Stephen King? I mean, he's not a billionaire, but he's very wealthy as well. And he's written books. Do you see what I mean? Like now I'm going against what my limiting belief is. And now I can start to say, got it. I can go after my passion.
And this is like, you know, Simon Sinek's Start With Why. This is kind of that whole thing. One of my favorite examples, just to reinforce what you just said. Do you know Ed Milet?
I do. He's one of my mentors.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. So I follow him online. He's awesome. I think he's really cool. But a story he tells quite often is the whole kind of reason he got into getting fit. You know, he went to the doctor one day and he was overweight and he had like high cholesterol and stuff. And the doctor, you know, did some tests, and instead of saying to him, "Hey, listen, you've only, you know, if you keep up with this lifestyle, you've probably only got another 10, 15 years in you." Instead of saying that, the doctor said, "Do you want to see your daughter? Do you want to walk your daughter down the aisle on her wedding day?" And he went, "Oh my God, of course, doctor. Of course I want to do that." And he said, "Well, if you continue with this lifestyle, that's probably not going to happen." And so now his why for staying healthy is that he can walk his daughter down the aisle on a wedding day. And that's every time he wakes up and every time he's going, "Oh, do I want to get up? Do I want to go gym? Do I want to, you know, eat healthy," whatever it is, it links back to his, you know, rock solid why of, I want to be there for my family. I want to walk my daughter down the aisle. And so I think that's a great, you know, perfect example of kind of linking your why. And if it's strong enough, and it's hard, you know, we're making it sound easy. It's hard to figure out what your why is. You know, most people don't know.